This video is brought to you thanks to the generosity of our patrons. If you'd like to support HeliSimmer.com and all that we do, please visit patreon.com/HeliSimmer.
Hello everyone, it's Sunday and that means it's time for another weekly flyby. We all live busy lives and sometimes we don't manage to get enough time to get on top of everything we love, so here we are to offer you an overview of what made the headlines on HeliSimmer.com. I am Sergio Costa, editor and founder of this project, and before we start, I'd like to quickly let you know of a very easy way to help us out. Just subscribe to the channel and like this video. These two simple actions let YouTube know that our viewers enjoy the content we produce, so it will show it to others that may not have contact with our videos yet. That's a great way to help others as well as help HeliSimmer.com. If you'd like to know of other ways you can help and support us, watch this video until the end and I will tell you a bit more. Meanwhile, let's start with the first news of the week. In the aftermath of European Roaders, a real-world event dedicated to helicopters in Cologne, Germany, which includes helicopter flight simulators for the professional market as well, VRM Switzerland has announced their cooperation with Airbus Helicopters. The company has been working closely with Airbus to develop its H125 simulation platform. The involvement of Airbus Helicopters allowed VRM Switzerland to ensure the training device offers the highest level of fidelity with outstanding visuals that provide a fully immersive experience to the crew. With this collaboration, both companies are aiming to boost safety in single-engine helicopter segments through affordable and efficient training tools. Airbus Helicopters and VRM Switzerland intend to enhance their cooperation and to deploy the simulator technology worldwide, while also potentially expanding to other aircraft. Great news for the DCS fans, especially the ones that, like me, are fans of supporting roles. There is a team actively working on a mod which will bring the UH-60L Black Hawk to the sim. The US Army's workforce is finally seeing the light of day in DCS, but not through an official module. The community is coming to their rescue and they are looking for a 3D modeler as well, so heads up. We have seen other people asking for this model as the helicopter is obviously famous, being the before mentioned workhorse and going through a series of updates, doing many types of missions and being involved in all sorts of operations. It had to. And people of course fell in love with it. Being a non-official modification, the team obviously is going through some hard times since they lack access to the SDK and documentation. DCS is still quite a closed platform in that regard, so developers do their best with what they have. And that's what the DCS UH-60L development team is trying to achieve, since they are trying to provide the highest fidelity modification they can, which is not easy considering the SDK limitations but also the lack of experience with the real helicopter. But the team is not alone though, and they are working with about 10 pilots and crew chiefs, including some instructor pilots, which are providing the team with a lot of feedback and information about the handling qualities as well as engine and torque performance. The goal, as I mentioned before, is to achieve a very high level of fidelity. The end result should be similar to the A4/T45 level of quality, which is actually quite good for a non-official module. The team is planning on releasing the UH-60L in stages, as is customary these days. There will be an initial release, which will not be the complete planned helicopter, and the team will then proceed on updating as they get feedback from the community. Right now the team is working on and planning towards the first release, trying to balance the need to make a good impact with the first release versus trying to reach impossible perfection, as they so well put it. Quality is very important for them, and having an impact in the community with a good product is a priority as well. The team says they are quite close to an initial release, but there is no date of release set yet. Meanwhile, a heads up, like I said, the team is looking for a 3D modeler to help them out as they are trying to push the project forth. If you think it can help, please hit me up directly at Sergio@HeliSimmer.com and I will get you in touch with the team. Get your credit cards ready, folks. X-Plane, Aerofly FS2 and ARMA 3 are out there at a discount. I cannot say this enough times. Aerofly FS2 in particular is amazing, with one of the best helicopters out there in any sim. Yes, it's a Robbie, yes, it's the R22, but you should really get over it because it is that good. In the Steam Autumn sale, you'll find X-Plane at 42% off and Aerofly for half the price. ARMA 3 is 75% cheaper what you would normally pay for it. Not only that, but you also find a ton of add-ons for these SIMs at its discount as well. DCS World is free of course, but you will find quite a huge amount of modules for this SIM on sale as well. If you are considering getting one of these SIMs or an add-on or module, this can be just the right time to do it. Eagle Dynamics has published a post on Facebook with a small update about the Apache, where the company indicates that due to progress on the George AI and flight control system components, they have decided to postpone the early access release to the end of January 2022. Those who pre-ordered will also get a few extra ED miles, which always helps on future purchases. This may seem like a bad news, but it's actually good news as the company is further developing the AI and the systems that we will encounter in January. Check out the link on the video description to read that full post. I would like to get your best attention to the next piece of news, as this can be easily forgotten or overlooked, and it would be important if we can have a lot of people involved. Navigraph is holding their yearly survey once again. This is something the company has been doing for a few years already, and the data collected by Navigraph between November 24 and December 6 will then be made available for free to everyone. You may not think it's a big deal, but the fact is that the information we provide will serve for everyone, including the companies developing software and hardware, to understand where our community is at the moment, where it's moving towards, and what our expectations are when it comes to SIMs and hardware. As usual, this is an anonymous survey. There is no personal data collected at any time. Navigraph will present results only in an aggregated form, and the data is collected in the legitimate interest pursued by Navigraph and its partners. If everything goes well, Navigraph is planning to release results on December 17, 2021, and we will get a clear picture of our community and who we are inside the hobby. So please, if you can, take a few minutes of your time and go help understand our community a bit better. You will find the link on our website. And we are done for this week. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I promised in the beginning, I would like to let you know about another way in which you can help support us at HeliSimmer.com. We use a platform called Patreon, which allows our supporters to pledge monthly donations to our project and help us continue our work. We are all volunteers, but we do have expenses with software, hardware, servers, and everything else necessary to keep the platform going and produce our content. If you'd like to pitch in and help us, head out to patreon.com/HeliSimmer and start donating now. You can do it for as little as $2 a month. Your support is of course highly appreciated, so thank you very much. Alright, it's now time to wrap up. I will be seeing you all next week. Until then, take care and fly safe.